So, it's finally time. If you saw my reaction to the Switch presentation, I kind of ended it on a to be continue for, well, one, because I lost some audio, but, for reasons. It's been about, maybe about 48 hours since the presentation, and I want to give my follow-up thoughts, right? Expand on some of the stuff I said, give some more just general information. What we're going to be doing in this is we're going to be going through the Switch website and just going over the stuff. I'll be using it. We'll just go in order of these. I'll be using them as talking points. There's also games up here somewheres. Yeah, right there. We'll get into that eventually. But yeah, it's my opinions on the presentation and the Switch in general have wavered a lot in the past few days. At first I was like, oh, I'm really hyped, right? Oh, this is awesome. Right after the presentation. Now, I went in hyped, right? And then in the following hours, in the wee hours of the next morning, because I stayed up all night, I was kind of down on it. I was looking through this website, looking for a few other things, and I just wasn't right? It started to lose me. And, yeah, it kind of did. I mean, like, I was still gonna, even if it was losing me, I was still gonna buy one either way, because I'm kind of the mindless Nintendo fanboy in that way. Plus, I do want to play Breath of the Wild on the new system with the, whatever, like the high quality whatevers. You know what I mean. And, right, so I went and I watched the Treehouse, right, the next morning. I didn't watch all of it. I was actually asleep when it was going on. Or, well, most of it. So, that kind of shot my opinion a little up on some things. Some things I'm still... it's kind of like I'm tired. I can't muster the anger I did, like, that first night. But yeah, so let's just get right into it. March 3rd, yeah, I've already talked about that. Price point we'll get into later. No music, no trailers, none of that. Well, maybe I'll add some, like, Undertale music. Just because, again, Nintendo copyright. I mean, like, just showing this logo right here is probably going to get this video copyright striked, but, yeah, who knows. But yeah, so Nintendo Switch is designed to go anywhere, transforming from a home console to a portable system in a snap. So you can get more time to play your games the way you love, however you like. I want to point out the important part of this. Home console to portable system. Now, with the original trailer and all that, the way I had always viewed the Switch was a portable console that you could plug into your TV. I'm kind of the minority on that, because there weren't that many other people who viewed it that way, but that's how I always viewed it. But after seeing this conference, especially in the conference itself, I've come to the conclusion that it's supposed to be viewed the other way. That it's a home console that you can take on the go. And yeah, this basically confirms it. Which is, I guess, kind of justifies the price point. I don't really have a problem with the $300 price point. That's what we expected, right? It's the other price points I have the problem with, but yeah, again, I don't know. And then, again, like, stay is obviously first, to play in HD and take it in handheld mode. Again, I still really like this idea, because a lot of what I've played the Wii U on is just the screen. Let's just say I didn't always have an HD TV when I had my Wii U, so I was just playing on the screen a lot of the time. So I'm kind of used to just kind of the small screen. So this still initially appeals to me, but yeah. And then you got Your Way or the Highway. Okay, right? Epic Adventures. This gets into one of my problems with the marketing. They're marketing towards kids. I know, oh, Nintendo, they're family friendly, right? Oh, they appeal to kids. But anyone who knows Nintendo's real audience knows kids don't play them, especially like kids this age. No, kids that age are into your Call of Duties, your Battlefields. Because remember, kids want to be adults and adults want to be kids. It's true. That's where Nintendo, like in the real life scenario, these would be switched. The adults would have them. It's kind of like, did you guys ever see that Nintendo ad? They're recent, where it's the mom telling the kid how to play the game, and it's like the whole family. I don't know. It's very meta, because yeah, it's the opposite of what Nintendo does. But like this, right? Oh, it's marketing towards adults, maybe people in their early 20s, because that is Nintendo's real audience. But I kind of feel like they're wasting it. That and families. The only kids who do play Nintendo are the young ones. The ones who get in because the parents got them into it, right? The families. Like, people like this age, no. That's not their thing. This age as well, no. I mean, like, they do exist. Pokemon's a big example of that. Like, but really, it's just a majority of Nintendo fans I have met, even on the internet, where kids get on a lot, are around, like, this age and not this age. I don't know, but it's just, that was the original trailer. That was what was working. I know I'm nitpicking here, and you'll get some more of it, plus some valid points later on. But, right, you see, I feel like they're squandering it. Again, we'll get back to price point. I still don't like this whole neon blue and red, if only because they don't match. If it was just neon blue, like if they had a gray, a neon blue, and a neon red, I'd be fine. But because they mismatch, it just irks me. Or I wish they kind of did the dock was also the like if they did like a neon blue, the dock was also that neon blue, or at least like a darker blue or something. I wish they did more with it. You got featured games. We'll get back to that. Oh yeah, and that's just more games. Presentation doesn't matter, right? I've already gone over that. We've got, so this is features, right? This is kind of neat, right? It kind of like pulls the Switch out, goes into that. You've got the Joy-Cons, and this is where these things, right, they've got a lot of these, they've got this HD rumble, which, from what I've heard, right, I've heard a lot of people talk, because there was this whole event, right, the day on the 13th, I've been watching a lot of footage on that, and from what I heard, people really like the HD rumble. It's kind of nice, but it's just a novelty, let's be honest. Not many developers are going to use it, and hopefully Nintendo doesn't force it upon many developers. I mean, like, you'll get some, like, indie games that take advantage of it, like the Wii U gamepad. My first thought with that is something like Affordable Space Adventure, which is one of the best uses of the gamepad. I loved it. Alright, and it's just, oh, you can see people playing it. Okay. Attach, share the fun. I do like you can link up to 8 systems. That's really cool, actually. I think you can also link, I think it's 8 controllers per system. I don't know about that one. I think I heard that somewheres, though. So, yeah, I guess you could get a lot of players. Again, this gives me hope Smash Bros. There's no way they're not going to do a Smash Bros. Because if we don't get one now, we're not getting one for another decade. Let's be honest here. Parental controls. Oh, these annoy me. These annoy me. You know, I think parental control... I see why people think... I mean, like... This is nitpicking again, but, like... I guess if you're, like, you've got, like, really young kids, then maybe... But just parental controls are so stupid, especially, like... I like to say once your kid's in middle school or 6th grade, their first year, again, public school, then they know it all. You may not think they know it all, and they might not show you that they know it all, but trust me, they know it all. And if it's like a religious school or a private school, I don't know, maybe like 8th grade or their last year of middle school, then that's when it's a little more, depending. But yeah, parental controls, they annoy me. And if you're just, I guess, again, little kids, but I don't know. Or if you don't want your kid playing your Switch or whatever, I don't know. I see why Nintendo does them, but they annoy me. They do. The eShop, again, you can buy digital games. They haven't talked about the eShop. This is one of the failures of the presentation, is they didn't talk about the Virtual Console, and they kept some things very vague. We do know it's there, but we don't know much about it, and we don't know if GameCube is going to be there yet, which is something I feel like they really, really need to talk about, because a lot of people want GameCube. Because, again, a lot of those games have become cult classics. You've got the album, which uses that little, where is it? This capture button right here. And now, right now it just takes screenshots, but in the future it'll take video, which, if Nintendo doesn't reform their YouTube policy, which I really hope they do, it's just, because Nintendo of America knows what's up. I'm pretty sure they do. It's Nintendo of Japan that has no idea what's up with this whole YouTube thing. They really need to change it, or nobody will use this. And that's I mean, like, if you're gonna put it there, give people a reason to use it, or why put it there at all? I mean, like, PlayStation's pretty good with it, I think. Xbox, I think, has it. Again, don't know, but I feel like they aren't going to change anything. I almost know they aren't, and yeah, it's just gonna be a waste. It's gonna piss people off, and no Nintendo footage on the internet because they're, I don't know. I was gonna use a metaphor there, but I don't want to. Again, a news announcement. This was on the Wii U. I am actually kind of disappointed that they aren't doing Miiverse. It's because Street Pass, whatever. Okay, I didn't really use it that much. I know there were some people who really did. It always bugged me that there was a 10-person limit. I think they did fix that, but that took a few years. And you had to buy, like, the premium version. But I really did like Miiverse. I'm kind of sad it's gone, because it was Nintendo's interpretation of social media. It could be complete chaos. If you want, I recommend going on the Miiverse for YouTube. You get some just crazy crap. GPM does Miiverse Hell. I think it's GPM. You get some really interesting things there. So yeah, definitely. I'll miss it, kind of. They did this, right? Take a closer look, right? We see all the audio jacks, the game cards. It's got a brightness sensor, which I understand. Probably something I won't use. Kickstand, rail, USB Type-C. Which it is, I'm kind of glad they're using USB Type-C, because more and more devices are using it now. So it'll be kind of universal, hopefully. Micro SD card, we'll talk about it in a minute. Docks, right? What else do you expect? You got 3 ports in total. We know there isn't, if you want to do LAN, you got to buy a separate adapter. I probably won't, right? We got Joy-Cons, right? They've got all this. It's interesting. One of the things I did like that we learned from the Treehouse and from some of the footage is that when you put the Switch into the console, it makes a clicking sound. And there's just something about it that's just so satisfying that I really like. But yeah, they've got all this fancy HD rumble. They've got the IR motion camera. Do we know if they're pointers? I don't think we found that out. Did we? Because we know the screen is touchscreen, right? Yeah, touchscreen. We know it's touchscreen. So do these work as... Because they've got gyroscope and all that, so I'm assuming they'd work. But I don't honestly know. We've got the grip. It's a simple battery pack. I think they said it lasts... I think Joy-Cons can last on their own for, I want to say 6 hours, and I think this puts it up a lot more. But again, this requires to be charged again which kind of makes me want to buy a separate charger just for it. So that way I don't have to, like, unplug my console from the charger, right? Because it uses the USB Type-C, but the pricing, and again, we'll get into that. I'm saving that for the last, because that's probably going to be my big rant. These are just kind of, it's wrist straps, yeah, who cares? They come with the thing. Sure, whatever. I do, it is nice that you're getting a little more depth on the buttons, but, yeah. So, battery life. These are some of the big complaints people have, and, yeah. So, battery life. It's, it can last more than 6 hours. I bet you 6 hours will be the limit. But will vary depending on software usage and conditions. For example, Breath of the Wild can be played roughly 3 hours on a single charge. I know people are going to complain about this, but what else did you expect? I mean, like, you have this high-quality, high-tier system. It wasn't going to be that great. I mean, I'm fine with it. I mean, like, would I have liked more? Yeah, but that'd be asking for a miracle. I mean, like, I'm assuming, like, something like Binding of Isaac, which gets low, doesn't require that much to run, will probably get you that full 6 hours if you play it on low settings. But yeah, again, something like Zelda or Skyrim played at max settings will probably only get you that 2.5, 3 hours. Presumably, I don't know, again, this could be Breath of the Wild on the lowest settings is that 3 hours, which I really hope it isn't. Or, I mean, yeah, I hope the lowest settings get you at least another hour, hour and a half. But yeah, I see why it has to be that way. Am I kind of disappointed? Yes, but it's what you'd have to expect, because they're not miracle workers here. Storage. It sucks that we're just getting 32 gigs. I mean, like, my phone has 32 gigs, and it's basically full, but, you know, a Breath of the Wild, I think, takes up, like, 13 gigabytes. So, boom, if you buy that digital, there goes your entire internal memory. Usually expand using micro SD XC, which I don't really know the details on that. I have a bunch of SD cards, and the micro SD, I have like a 32 gigabyte that's HC or something like that, so I don't know the difference exactly. And that works perfectly fine on my 3DS, so I don't know. Now, they haven't confirmed how expandable it is, like how many gigabytes we can go up to. But during the Treehouse, at one point they did an unboxing. You can look it up, right? And when they're doing the unboxing, they're talking about like, oh, how you can put a game in and how you can put the SD card in. And they bring out a 256 gigabyte SD card. There's a part of me that assumes that's the limit, but there's a part that hopes it's going to be a terabyte, even though I don't know. I don't think terabyte SD cards are really made that often. But I don't know. I think you can pick up a 200 gigabyte SD card for like $60. So I guess that's, I mean, like, at least it is expandable. And you don't have to buy a hard drive, even though people will. I mean, like my Wii U has 32 gigabytes, and I've used that all up. I have nothing left. And I only bought a few digital games. So yeah, it's most of them being indie. Screen. So, right, it's the 6.2-inch multi-touch capacitive touchscreen with a resolution of, that's 720, right? I don't really know how resolution, like how you'd say it, but I'm assuming it's 720. I think when it's docked, it's 900, right? Again, I'm not exactly sure on that one. It looks good. From everything I've seen, it looks really nice. I've even heard that there's parts of it that even on video, it looks better in person than it does on video. But I'm fine with it. I don't think 720p is that. I mean, like, I know people like, oh, the biggest things, I mean, like 4K and all that crap. But it still looks fine to me, honestly. But yeah, so online services. This is going a lot longer than I expected. Whatever. I'm taking my sweet ass time with this one. This is where people have the problems. Oh my gosh, do people hate this. I think I said during my reaction that I saw this coming, and I'm not surprised. Alright, so the Switch is going to have online. This lets you enjoy online multiplayer games as well as the dedicated smartphone app that connects to your Switch. Kind of like Smart Glass on the Xbone, which I used like once and haven't touched it since. So, yeah, you'll be able to do co-op, right, all that. Online lobby and voice chat. This is the thing. Our dedicated smart device app will connect to the Switch and let you invite friends to play online, set play appointments, and chat with your friends during online matches in compatible games, all from your smart device. I hope... Right now, it's kind of like they're pushing, oh, it's all on your smart device, oh, it's easy, you just pick up your phone and do it. I hope it's still been built into the system. It really should be. From the way they word it, it looks like it isn't. But it really should be. This is part of that online fee. Because Xbox and PSN both have this. And, yeah, I mean, you're paying for better qualities. You're paying for stuff like this to be easy to do. Which I hope to God they got rid of friend codes. Really, if you're going to do something like this, get rid of them. But, we don't know. They've given out just enough vague details to piss people off. Like, I think they should have either just not said anything at all or gotten a little more specific, because this seems to be a lot of people's problems. Again, I don't have a problem with it. I'll pay for it. I think the bigger problem, though, is, right, I'll pay for it, okay, right, no matter what cost it is, unless it's, like, super expensive, unless it's either super expensive or the service is crap, then, yeah. But the worry is how many other people are going to play for it. People at this point don't expect, like, to have to pay for games, right, to pay for online with Nintendo. That's the other consoles. So how many people are really going to buy this? Is this going to take a game like Splatoon, who, let's say a year from now, right, a year from its launch, or a year or two, the base is going to be a lot shorter, but then you take that base and slice it in half by people who are actually going to be buying online. You see the problem here? That's the real worry, is how many other people are going to get it. And, well, if it's quality, because we need the quality. Because I've never had a problem with the Wii U servers. Well, I've had very few and in between. I mean, like, it's not always perfect. I had a game of Splatoon that, just earlier today, actually, that dropped me. Right? Where I got dropped from the lobby, so it gave me an error message and all that. So, I don't know. Let's just hope it's good, because that's what you pay for it. You pay for quality, and if it's not quality, oh, that's going to be a problem. Now, this monthly game download. Subscribers will get to download and play a Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, or Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, game with newly added online play for free for a month. You couldn't have picked a worse way to word this. Well, you probably could. But, from how it sounds, you get the game, they give it to you for a month, and then if you want it, you have to buy it after that month. That's bullshit. Because I know Xbox and PS4, PSN, whatever it's called, both give away free games. Xbox has Game for Gold, and I think PSN has something. I've gotten games like Guacamelee and like Black Flag from the Xbone one. And yeah, it's not a bad idea. I kind of I liked it. I mean, like, sometimes you don't pick up anything, but with how they doing this, with only giving it to you for free for a month, that's bullshit. Nintendo, you can I mean, like, you're already horrible at pricing, like, these old NES games. Like, what is it, like, $6 for Mario? No, it's not worth that. Nobody... I mean, like, especially because if you bought those games on, like, the Wii, and you bought them on the Wii U, now you're probably going to have to buy them again. Knowing Nintendo, they probably aren't going to let you carry them on from the Wii U, or let you buy them again for a discounted price, which is bullshit. Again, I feel like I should be yelling and screaming, because this really is annoying, but I just can't muster the energy to do it. It's just like they don't learn. They just really don't. And yeah, only keeping it for a month. No, they can afford to give everybody that game as long as you're subscribing to your online service. But no, they probably aren't. That's just, I hope it's like, oh, you can get it for free for that month. But no, it's probably not going to be that. Special offers, subscribers may include discounts on select games and content. Okay, so maybe, hopefully, Nintendo will do Steam sales. I doubt it. I mean, like, they've had some good sales. I said last year, or during E3, that I kind of liked their E3 sale and picked up a bunch of stuff from it. But, I don't know. More consoles need to take advantage of Steam sale. Like, doing Steam sale type stuff, because that's what makes Steam so popular. Like, that's where I picked up a good chunk of my Steam library, and most people do. Paid services, right? You've got the online gameplay, which is the free trial, online lobby and voice chat app, which, again, should be on the console, but the way they're wording this, nope, it doesn't look like it. Monthly game download, exclusive deals, right? Okay. And please don't keep using that, like, Nintendo coin crap, right? Like this, that nobody like, did you know that those coins, like the platinum coins, disappear after 6 months? They just kind of go away, which is bullshit. Because I think points on Club Nintendo went away as well, but it took years. It's just, I know what they're trying to go for, but they just don't have the system in place to do it. Right? My Nintendo just isn't up to snuff to do this sort of stuff. Access to the eShop is going to be universal. Register and manage friends, universal. Share screenshots to social media is universal. And parental controls is universal. Okay. The real thing, though, is how much is this going to cost? I mean, if it's quality, like if they're putting out like Microsoft I always think, when I think online like services, I think Microsoft, because they seem to be more prominent with it, at least in my opinion. I think Xbox Live Gold, or whatever it's called, is $60 for a full year. That's $5 a month. That's not, I mean, like, it's right, you're getting that quality. You expect the quality, and you get that quality. Well, for the most part. I mean, like, you do. PSN, I think I don't know, but I think it's like $50. It may be the same price, but it's got that, again, you expect that quality, and I'm assuming Nintendo will also hit that, we'll also try to hit that quality of like Microsoft. And if they do, wait. Oh, okay. So I just looked up. That's why I was stuttering there. Is I looked up PSN, and it's 1 month for $9.99, and it's a tad cheaper. Wait. Okay, I'm reading this right off of Google. You can snag a month of membership for $9.99. PlayStation Plus, Sony's OnLive service is a tad cheaper when it comes to a 12-month or a 3-month subscription. A year's membership retails for $49.99, with a 3-month retailing for $17.99. Wait up. So it's $120 for a year, but yet you can get it for $50 for PlayStation Plus? See, okay, this is confusing me. I'm trying to figure this out, and it's just kind of like, wait, what? Gold is again that $59 for 12 months. So yeah, so I'm expecting Nintendo to hit up that that 60 or 50 or whatever, as long as we get the quality. If they go under that, like, oh, I don't know, like, if it's not, I don't know. It'd be nice if they go cheaper, but who knows? But I think that the $5 a month or $60 for a year is not or 60 or 50 for a year isn't bad. Because what? That's like a Starbucks coffee, something like that. So yeah, I don't know. They have to market this right though. Yeah. Let's go to Family Fun real quick. We're gonna skip past the Vans. Again, I think parental controls is stupid. This video kind of even pisses me off, honestly, but whatever. Multiplayer, again, they gotta get it right. Nintendo is still the only console keeping local multiplayer alive, which is kind of nice, but the Switch doesn't feel like a local multiplayer console. It feels like a very personal console, like one per person. And we'll get into the prices on why I especially think that. You know, let's get into games. Sure. So 1-2 Switch. If you saw my reaction, you know I don't like this. My opinion has not improved. It hasn't gone down though. I think it's a waste. Well, it kind of has actually. I think it's a waste. I think it's kind of stupid. It better have. It's a minigame collection, right? It better have a crap ton of minigames. I'm talking like, I don't know, over 50. And the reason I say over 50 is because the thing is, I want to say it's $50. This should have been the packing game. This should have been the Wii Sports. But no, it's not. It's its own standalone game for $50. So that's, if they had 50, that's $1 a game. Again, I feel like there should be more, but that would be the minimum. And if that was the minimum, maybe I'd pick it up if I had like some big family event and it was on sale for like, I don't know, like $20. But no, the $50 price point is ridiculous. I still do not care for this game. ARMS has grown on me. The Nintendo, the whole conference, right? The Treehouse Live. This was the first game they showed off, and it did. Again, I'm kind of interested. They did explain that it does have like normal controls. It's not while it's meant to be played with motion controls, you can play it without those, which is good. And now it's funny that my opinion is kind of negative on this one, because I think in the presentation reaction I said they were showing it off, and I was like, oh, does that mean we're going to get like a Telro Boxer or a Punch-Out? And we get this. And it's what I was asking for, but yet, I don't know, there's just something about it that didn't appeal to me. And seeing it like in action did get me a little more interested, but this is one I'd wait for a price cut for, unless there is a lot of content in it. It's not a launch game, though, which is interesting. You'd think something like that would be launch, but no. It'll probably come in like a month or two. This could be their May game. Oh yeah, we'll talk about lineup once we've gone through all the games. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So we found out they only added like 4 or 5 new characters. Yeah, I think 5, I think. 3 new carts and a new and improved battle mode. That's it. Which, okay, I mean, like, if you like battle mode, yeah, you'll probably pick this up. But I don't think I will. I was kind of on board for it, but that's when I assumed we were at least getting 8 new tracks. We aren't. We're not getting any new tracks. That's what, and battle mode, while cool, I don't care for it as much as other people do. I mean, like, there are some people who are really interested in battle mode, and I'm not one of them. So I don't think, the more details I found out, the less I cared about this. So yeah, I probably won't be picking it up. Especially because I have the sneaking suspicion they are working on a Mario Kart 9 behind the scenes. This Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is just to hold us over until Mario Kart 9. I don't exactly know, but that's what I'm guessing. I hope I'm right. So, snipper clips. This is one they didn't show off during the presentation, much like Mario Kart. But I actually kind of like this one. I am sort of interested. It's basically a 2-player, it can be 1-player, it's up to 4, where you're playing with little paper creatures. And the art style is really nice. The characters are very expressive. And you have to like cut themselves into other shapes to like solve puzzles, like get a basketball into a hoop or pop balloons. And I actually am kind of down for this one. Plus it's only like $20. which definitely put it in my favor. Games. So let's go up to games. Breath of the Wild. Again, like I said earlier, I'm picking this one up at launch. I am excited for this. This is clearly the superior version. Why wouldn't you pick it up? I'm just excited. The trailer they showed off was one of the best trailers ever. I think we can all agree on this. It's an amazing trailer, like for a game period. It just did everything right, and it was the perfect thing to end the show on. And I am glad it's a launch day game, which, let's talk about launch. This game won to Switch. A few others, like, I think this may be launch. I think Bomberman R is launch, and there's probably a few others. Afterbirth Plus, which, Binding of Isaac, that's launch. What's the game? I Am Setsuna, that Snipper Clips, those are all launch. And then Mario Kart's April, but that's about it. Splatoon summer, who knows? ARMS, like I said, I'll probably be May, just to fill in that time gap. The launch really isn't there. I mean, I'm excited for Breath of the Wild. And that'll probably take me through launch, but I don't know. I'm worried after that. And a lot of other people are as well, because there's really not much here. Because Nintendo kind of forgets, not everybody's a Zelda fan. I mean, I wasn't a Zelda fan until 2011. So, could this win people over? Are people going to pick this up in hopes of being their first Zelda game? Yeah. And liking it? Yeah. But, again, I don't think this has as solid a launch as they need to. I hope they keep trickling in games, right? They say they are. I hope we get a direct, right before the Switch comes out, or even on the day it comes out, to tell us about games that are, it focuses more on, some third party and some indie stuff that's coming out before E3, and then just at E3 do this big blowout. Because I like to say this presentation was to only get us from now to the Switch's launch into E3. Right? From now to E3, that's what this presentation is to cover. And maybe they'll do another one to just trickle in some small stuff. I don't know, but people aren't happy with this launch. I kind of see why. I don't think it's the worst thing, mainly because I'm kind of hyped for this. But yeah, they kind of dropped the ball on this one. Splatoon. As I said earlier, I've actually been playing Splatoon. After seeing the Direct, I was like, I really want to play Splatoon again. So I started playing it again, and I really I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. There are definitely some changes. People are complaining that, it should be why is it a sequel? And I'm like, why? It's been, 2 years? I mean, Call of Duty puts out a new game every year and nobody complains, or not that many. I see no problem why this could be the way this is a sequel. I like the original Splatoon, so yeah, I'm fine. I'm excited for this one. FIFA, more power to whoever likes it. I'm assuming it's going to be FIFA 2017 or however they name FIFA games. Whatever the newest one is, they just don't want to officially reveal it yet. FIFA, I guess 2K18, kind of like that. I don't know, we'll probably get more details at E3. Skyrim's got a fall launch. Bomberman, launch game, but again, this is priced at $60. I don't feel like this should be, at least at the moment. It could be different, but I don't feel like this should be $60. Minecraft, again, I haven't played Minecraft since May, and I'd be down for playing it again. Street Fighter 2, it is kind of cool what they're doing with this. I guess you can switch between art styles. I don't know. It makes me wonder if we're going to get Street Fighter 5, though. Because I know we're not getting a Street Fighter 5 Ultimate or Super Street Fighter 5, because they're going to make this game a platform. So, yeah. Just Dance, we all knew this was coming. Who cares, honestly? I mean, some people will pick it up. Has Been Heroes, I've heard some good things about, but And again, I think that's $20. Afterbirth Plus was another one that was announced. I think that's $40. Which, yeah, I bought Binding of Isaac on the Wii U, and I was like, oh, when is the Afterbirth DLC gonna come out? Never came out. So yeah, that was always disappointing. There are a few other games. Farming Simulator 2017 is coming. I Am Setsuna. There's a bunch of others. You can look them up. I don't know them off the top of my head. These are just the main ones, and yeah. Again, it needed that stronger lineup, but as long as they are able to fill out the year, or as long as they, right, there is a way to do this correctly. But lastly, this is the big one. We got to talk about buy now. The costs. So it's $29.99 to start. Okay, it's a little... It's... Now, I think I said in my reaction that when the Switch was first revealed, they said they weren't selling it at a loss. So a lot of people thought it was going to be $300. Then the leak started coming out that said $250, and people kind of lowered their expectations to $250, and now it's $300. Yeah. Again, I wish this kind of came with, if it stayed at this price and came with 1-2 Switch, I'd be a little happier, but yeah. The Neon one, same price, right? It's not much different. Why? They're treating them like different bundles when it's just a color difference. Okay. We get into accessories. This is the problem. Oh my gosh. So the Pro Controller. $70. I think its battery lasts, I think they were saying 40 hours. It includes the HD rumble, the motion controls, the built-in amiibo. It has all this fancy stuff in it. And yeah, I'll probably never buy this. That's just a little too expensive for my liking. It really is. Joy-Cons. $80. You get 2 Joy-Cons with the straps and all that. That is, again, I will never buy another controller. Which is why I'm thinking, they show all these family, get a group of people around the TV. But with these controller prices, it feels like it's just a single player console. Like it's a portable. Right? Oh, you only ever need one controller. You'll never have to buy a new controller, and you never will because they're so expensive. I mean, I see where all the price is coming in. Oh, you've got this fancy HD rumble. You've got all this crap that some people really don't care about. You can buy a single Joy-Con controller for $50. So you get $10 off. Woo. It feels like they're gouging us for our money. After all this time, right? Oh, Nintendo, right? Nintendo's usually kind of cheap, right? Not like their quality's cheap, but you can usually, it's very affordable. That's why I don't see that many people getting this, because some of this stuff is so expensive. I remember when the Switch was first revealed and all that. I think Kimishima said they were going to hit 200 by the first, or 2 million by the first month. And I was like, really? That kind of seems underestimating things, which, yeah, now I see why they say 2 million. I'd kind of be surprised if they hit that. These prices are just so expensive. This Joy-Con grip, that's $30. And again, it's got the charge within it. So that you can keep playing with your Joy-Cons. Okay. The dock. It's the dock, right? It's an AC adapter and an HDMI cable. $90. That was a lot more than I was expecting. I kind of like the idea of being able to take your Switch, unplug it from one TV, and then plug it into another TV. That's not a bad idea. But this is so much more than I was expecting. That's so expensive. And then you got these Joy-Con wheels, which are little novelty plastic wheels. Who cares? I had these on the Wii, so yeah, I kind of see the appeal, I guess. Whatever. But, yeah. And if you look at it, so the Switch, right, it's $300. Controller's $80. This grip is $30, and this is $90. If you add all that up, right, the console itself is only around $100. Mainly what you're paying for is all of this stuff, which is costing you so much money. And I was kind of wondering, how much is each of these things separate? The chargers, they are selling separately for about, I think $20, which, yeah. The HDMIs, I think you can get those for anywhere between $5 and $40 for the high quality ones, but yeah. So yeah, that it's, let's say, so this is what, like 60? Well, yeah. Yeah, let's just say around 60 for just one of these docks. It's just, they're gouging every little penny out of you. And I really, this isn't I understand not wanting to sell at a loss, but this is a little too far. I would have liked it if, I don't know, maybe the maybe if the Pro Controller didn't have this HD Rumble, maybe if it didn't have all this high quality stuff, so that maybe it'd be a little cheaper, or if they sold like a set of Joy-Cons that didn't have all this high quality crap in it, so that way it'd be easier to buy them just for like simple 4-player games. But no. And, alright, so the price, this is the big problem. Again, I'm still buying it. I still want it. It's just, they didn't do their best job at selling this. But when I went and pre-ordered this, I was standing in line with a bunch of other people. The store I went to pre-order sold out. And I realized 2 important things. The first one is, if Nintendo markets this right, they can trick part of the general consumer into buying this. Like, if they focus on the whole being able to take your console on the go, they will get people into this. Because there was a guy there who came in to buy some other game, right? There were a bunch of people who came by, like, asking, oh, what are we doing? Did you know people still play Pokemon Go? Because there was someone who came by to playing Pokemon Go because the GameStop was a Pokestop. Yeah. And we were telling them about the console, and they were like, yeah, that sounds really nice. Some guy actually bought one. He was just there to pick up another game. But no, he liked our description of it because we kept it vague enough, and he bought one, or he pre-ordered it. So if Nintendo markets this right, they will sell it, but it's worrisome. The other thing I realized, nobody knows what's in this thing. The people I was talking to, people who were there to pre-order it, Nintendo fans, had no idea what came with this. Almost everybody there didn't. No, they were like, oh, does it come with the grip thing, right? The Joy-Con grip? And I was like, yes. And they're like, oh, okay. Because they thought they had to buy one separately. The wrist straps. Nobody knew it came with the wrist straps. So, on some parts, they need to be vague, but on other parts, I feel like they should be more specific. It was interesting. And the last thing I do want to point out with Nintendo's money gouging is Amiibo. So, yesterday they revealed some new Amiibo, right? The Breath of the Wild ones. And it's like, okay, look at these, right? They don't show the Guardian here, but that one's pretty complex, right? So, it's a little bit more. I can understand. Even this one, that's a little bit more complex. I can understand it being maybe a little more, like $2 or $3 more. But like Zelda, the Archer Link, some of these other ones are like Amiibos. All Amiibos have gone up in price by like $3. It doesn't seem like much, but in the long run, that's a lot. And it doesn't seem like their functionality is going to do much more. At least they haven't talked about it yet. Again, it feels like Nintendo's just gouging for money now. I'm probably not going to pick any of these up just because I know it's only $3, but that $3 is important. And then there's these master collections, which I think this is like $90. Oh, there's the Guardian. Again, that's $20. I think this, the Wolf Link is now $16 standalone. This package was $130 for a master edition. It's already sold out everywhere, so yeah, don't even try, but it's just, everything's now, I'm just disappointed, you know, like, everything's just gone up so much. I don't know, you know, it's just, I've just said that like 4 times. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Again, my hype has kind of sort of leveled out. I don't know, I guess I'd say like, my overall view on everything that's happened, I guess I'd say I'm like around like a 7 out of 10. Maybe, yeah, maybe lower than that. It's just, yeah. I'm still excited for it, but we need to know more. And with all that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.